Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another Baro video. We're here on the Larunda Relay on Mercury. Baro is back once again. I apologise for the lack of video like 2 weeks ago. This was when the new UI was introduced and there were no labels. But look, we have labels now. We have labels. Huzzah! So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Funnily enough. Could you tell? Yeah, I'm glad to have all the labels back. It honestly, trying to make this video without those was just an absolute nightmare. So I decided to wait until they added these back before I did another one. But yeah, he is back here again. We have one new item this time around, which is the Gorgon Towsun skin. Absolutely fantastic looking, goes along with the Krakata Towsun. And there's another Towsun, I think, that I can't remember what it is. That's going to bug me. But yeah, so this Gorgon one's here. 300 ducats, 300,000 credits. Fairly expensive, but it does work on all the Gorgons. And it's a pretty looking thing. It's a really good looking skin. I like it a lot. I'd say it's worth picking up. In fact, I haven't bought it yet. So let's do it. I have now. In terms of the cosmetics this time around, the Domus Sindana is back. It's an okay looking Sindana. It's not one of the ones that I like. It's also very expensive. 600 ducats is pretty expensive. So is 400,000 credits. Honestly, I don't really see what you're actually paying for there. In terms of like, it's not a big Sindana. Is it not particularly elaborate or anything? But you know, it's here this time around. Just notice that actually looks like a Lizette. That's actually kind of cool. I still don't think it's worth it, but I just realised that actually is Lizette, isn't it? That's actually kind of cool. That moment when you realise, I actually had never seen that before. Wow, okay. I still don't think it's necessarily worth it. It's very, very expensive for what it is. But yeah, that's available this time. We've also got the Ado set, the Prisma Ado set. So we've got the shoulder pads, which are really, really cool. I love this new preview, by the way. So much easier than trying to get you like pictures and screenshots from inside Captura that actually look decent. So, but yeah, you can see the Prisma effects coming down on the side here. It looks really, really nice. I used to use the Prisma Ado set a lot on things. I'm pretty sure my X-Scale had this set for the longest time. But yeah, once again, the Prisma stuff sort of rolling around. Honestly, if you're gonna buy the whole set, I would say if you're gonna try and save some ducats, like all of these are 100,000 credits each. Sorry, 100,000. 55,000 credits each and 100 ducats. So that's what, 400, and then 55 is what, 110. So that's 220,000 credits and what, 400 ducats here. Then you've got this at 225 ducats, 250,000 credits for these tiny little things. Honestly, if you're trying to save on some ducats and some credits, this is where I would save it, because boy howdy, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for these two tiny little bits of metal, trust me. So yeah, if you're trying to save some ducats and credits, that's where I would do it. We've also got the Anpu staff skin. It's actually kind of cool. It's actually really, really good looking. It's obviously got the whole diamond motif that the Void Trader is known for, but I actually really like it. I can't remember if I liked it originally. It's one of those ones that has sort of grown on me since it came out, but yeah, it's a fairly decent looking thing. 325 ducats, 250,000 credits. Quite expensive on the credits end. 325 ducats isn't too bad. Especially since, don't forget, this is a skin for all of the staffs. All the staves. It works for all of them. So it's one you can put on many, many weapons. So actually value for money, it does work out pretty well. We've also got the Sugatra. Not a fan of dangly things on my melee weapons. It looks kind of weird on my pointed stick here. So as you can see, sort of comes out randomly at the handle. But I don't actually think it's that good looking in the first place, to be honest. Especially 250 ducats, 250,000 credits for the little dangly thing. That little dangly thing is very, very expensive. And it's very, very plain. I don't necessarily think it's worth it personally. But, you know, if you like it, then you may as well pick it up while it's here. Then we're going on to, let's go on to the mods, I guess. Fang Fuselage is here. Vermilion Storm the stance, Astral Twilight the stance, and Tempo Royale. Now, every single one of those mods is farmable in-game. Fang Fuselage comes from the Hydralist out on the plains. Vermilion Storm comes from Manic Bombards and Kuva Guardians. Astral Twilight from Denial Bursas, Rathum, the Hard Rathum, or Lua Spy. And the Isolator Bursa gives the Tempo Royale as well as the Hard Rathum. So honestly, if out of the whole thing this time, if you're trying to save on some credits and some ducats, because these are 385 ducats and 175,000 each, like, they're very expensive. These are 175,000 credits, but like, they're very, very expensive, but they are all farmable in-game. All you're doing here is skipping the grind. If you want to pay to skip the grind, then they are here and they are available. If you don't mind trying to grind these out, honestly, even selling a few prime parts, honestly, the prime parts that you probably turned in to get the ducats and the credits for all of these, just the ducats in fact, you probably had enough there to trade some platinum and actually buy those stances in the first place straight out of the trade chat. They don't really go for that much, to be honest, because, like I say, they're farmable, so there is an infinite supply of them. So it's going to be up to you whether you want to try and skip the grind or not. It's definitely down to you. We've also got a weapon this time around, the Prisma Gorgon. One of my favourite Prisma weapons by far. This thing is a beast. It got buffed in the big weapon buff update a couple of months ago. It is a monster. It has a fantastic Riven disposition as well. Really, really high. You can push this thing into orange crit territory, like constant orange crits. Thing is fantastic. It's expensive on ducats. 600 ducats is expensive. 50,000 credits though is not. I would say absolutely 100% pick this thing up. I absolutely love it. It is one of my favourite weapons in the game by far. Yeah, I can't say too highly of it. It is a fantastic weapon. And then we got a whole bunch of relics. So we've got the Neo 01, we've got the Axie V8, and the Axie A2. Now Neo 01 and Axie V8 are both vaulted ones. They have got vaulted items in there. So as you can see, Odinata Prime and Vault Prime, and the Ak-Lex stuff. The Ak-Lex Prime blueprint is in there. This one has Lex Prime Receiver, Odinata Prime Systems, Vault Prime Chassis, Odinata Prime Helmet, and the Vault Prime Neuroptics. So these have basically got Odinata Prime and Vault Prime with obviously the Ak-Lex Prime blueprint as well. But the thing is, if you just want the Ak-Lex Prime blueprint, that comes in Axie A2. So if you're just going for the Ak-Lex Prime, buy Axie A2s, 50 ducats, 45,000 credits each. It's not too expensive, but if your RNG is not with you, this can get expensive very, very quickly. So just be very careful when you're actually buying these, because they really, really can get very expensive very, very quickly. These though, I mean, honestly, you're realistically only be going to, you know, unless you haven't got the Odinata Prime and you want it just for mastery, you're not going to be trying to farm up extra sets because nobody wants them. Just straight up and honest with you, nobody wants the Odinata Prime. Everyone wants it, so everyone wants Electron. The healing one that I can't remember what it's called, the Amesha. Nobody wants the Odinata Prime. Nobody wants it. So it's realistically, this is a Vault Prime farm. Vault Prime is vaulted, so you are able to buy basically vaulted relics here, which is why they're more expensive, 125 ducats, or ducats. But yeah, so they're here if you want them. Like I say, just be very, very careful because you could blow through a lot of your stuff very, very quickly here. And unfortunately, I don't have any console stuff for you this week. Unfortunately, the guy that does that wasn't able to this week, so that's fair enough. But hopefully you enjoyed looking at the new UI. I think it has made doing this video a lot easier. It's a lot easier to see. Like all the information that you need, plus all the previews are fantastic. I'm really liking it. I'm actually off to TennoCon next week. Next Wednesday I fly out to Canada. So next week, and basically for the next couple of weeks, content is going to be kind of all over the place. I am going to have some videos going up for you. I've got a playthrough of Star Wars Republic Commando coming. And I'm going to have a few extra bits and pieces, you know, obviously when I get back from TennoCon, talking about TennoCon, giving you some insider information as to TennoCon, like some of the extra stuff. Hi, Brugnon. Just jumping in at the end there. But yeah, I really, really appreciate you watching. Many, many, many thanks. I hope to see you, as many of you as possible, at TennoCon. But for now, many thanks for watching. I shall catch you in the next video. Bye bye.